and praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shah. Uh, much love to the family, man. Lord will, everybody had a great week. Got to take care of some business. Got to attack and dominate the day. Lord will, we knocking out some goals, man, before this new moon hit. Today's class, a real family possess the spirit of the comforter. And I got the word neighbor up there because that's going to be the topic of discussion. Your neighbor. We got a lot of people about the neighbor and the neighbor. A real family possess the spirit of the comforter. And we're going to see how that word neighbor fits in there. We're going to be in Luke 10 and 25. We're going to talk about the Good Samaritan today. We're going to see how we can tie all this together, man. Read that for me out.
Book of St. Luke, chapter 10, verse 25.
Read.
And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?
Read.
He said unto him, What is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answering said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself.
So thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. Read.
And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live.
So, hey, you got that right. That is the correct answer. Now do it.
That's right.
That's usually that's usually when we have a break in communication right there. Do it. Read.
But he, willing to justify himself, said unto Christ, And who is my neighbor?
So he had the right answer, but didn't know, he can't explain his answer. He's not showing any work right now because he has no idea what he's talking about. Because he said, Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, strength, and with all thy mind. But when he got to neighbor, now he want to know who his neighbor is.
Bring it out.
So let's inform him so he can do that part as well. Give me St. Matthew 7 and 12. Read for me out.
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 12.
Read.
Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets.
So this is the basis of the spirit of the comforter.
That's right. Teach.
When you're looking for who is my neighbor, who is this, your neighbor is those that do this.
Teach.
That's treating others how they want to be treated. It's a simple fact. And there's no color to your neighbor.
Bring it out.
There's no denomination to your neighbor. There's no ethnicity to your neighbor. Your neighbor is the one that does things unto you that they want done unto them. That's a true neighbor.
That's right.
That's real family. Give me St. John 14 and 12. Read that for me out.
Look at St. John, chapter 14 and verse 12.
Read.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father.
Read.
And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
Read.
If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it.
I will what?
I will do it.
Isn't this what family is for?
Teach.
Isn't this a real neighbor? Anything you ask, I got you.
That's right. Teach.
Because I know you won't ask anything amiss. You're not going to ask anything out of the ordinary. You're not going to ask anything crazy. So whatever you need, because I know we both following the Father, I got you. Read.
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
If you love him, that's up to you. Read.
And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever.
That he may what?
Abide with you forever.
Have y'all not noticed throughout our journey in this Bible, we've always had a comforter.
Bring it out.
We've always had somebody to guide the people. Whether we listen to them or not, there was always a comforter there. We had Moses.
Teach.
Moses and Aaron. We had Joshua. We've had the prophets, the kings, Samuel.
Teach.
That's right.
Isaiah, Jeremiah. We've always had someone to counsel the people and to lead them in a righteous direction. And then guess what? We got Christ, the Comforter.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 17:17. And that's what I mean by your real family. Your real family is going to bring that same spirit unto you. Certain things you don't have to ask because you understand that your family is on the same page. We all move the same way.
Teach.
We all know you going through something. We're going to be there for you. It's simple. It's not even a question. Read.
Proverbs 17:17.
Read.
A friend loveth at all times.
Okay. The spirit of a comforter, a friend loveth at all times. Or do you really love at all times? Or you only love when you getting what you want?
Bring it out.
Or you only love when you benefit from the situation?
Bring it out.
Is this just transactional for you? Read.
And a brother is born for adversity.
Now, if a brother is born for adversity, those that are not your brothers, they break when adversity comes.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
When things no longer serve them, they got to get up out of there. They can see you in your time of distress, seeing you in your time of struggle, and guess what? They're not going to show up because it does not benefit them. And I really want to express what your real family is because that line is very blurred for some people.
Bring it out.
It's very blurred for some people. So let's clear it up. Give me St. Luke 10:30. Read this for me out.
Book of St. Luke, chapter 10, verse 30.
Now this is Christ explaining to him who his neighbor is, right? Now I want you to see if you find any color in here. If you see any racists going on when he's explaining who your neighbor is. Let's just keep that in mind. Read.
And Christ answering said, a certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment and wounded him and departed, leaving him half dead.
Leaving him what?
Half dead.
Read.
And by chance there came down a certain priest that way. And when he saw him, he passed by on the other side.
You coming down from Jericho to Jerusalem, wherever you at. You going from Dallas to Houston. You going from Augusta to Atlanta. Whatever your journey is, whatever that road is, or you going through a spiritual journey. You having some hard times. You dealing with thieves. You dealing with robbers. You falling on hard times. You're not in a good spirit. You've been overcome by your sin, by your flesh. Whatever this may be, right? And a priest comes. We all know who a priest is, right? We know what the priest is, right? Okay? He see you. He see you, see him, see you. And he go to the other side and walk right by you. Now, is that what you would expect from a priest? Wouldn't you expect a priest, a leader, or a elder of the people, bishop of the people, deacon of the people, somebody that is a leader to see someone that needs help to help them? So would you consider that your real family?
Make them think.
Would that priest be considered to be your real family?
Bring it out.
After he looked you in your eyes, seeing the type of spirit that you in. You down, bro. Not feeling good about yourself. Walk right by you. Let's see who else happened. Read this for me out.
And likewise, a Levite, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side.
This even worse, okay? I'm going to explain why. Levite, priest, Levite, they probably was brothers. He said when he was at the place, he came and he looked at you, which means he had to know you was over there if he came to look at you. And then he still passed by on the other side.
Wow.
Is this the spirit of the comforter?
Bring it out.
And I'm going to be honest, main reason for this class is because our people are used to this.
Yeah, that's right.
Our people are used to being left in the dark. Our people are used to being left when they're scarred and scorned. And, when they're down on their luck, they're used to people looking the other way. And what I'm telling you is Christ won't do that. Your real family, your real neighbors with that spirit of the comforter, they will not do that. They're going to look out for you.
That's right.
And we're going to see. But let's see what these brothers got going on. St. Matthew's 23:1. This is just a spirit, family. This is just a spirit. And this is, we've all dealt with these spirits. When you're not feeling well, and then somebody just come pour gasoline on your sorrows, that's what these priests and Levites did. Look you dead in your eye, knowing you need help, and walk right past you. Read this for me, y'all.
Book of St. Matthew, chapter 23. Then spake Christ to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Read.
But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
This is not the spirit of the comforter.
Bring it out.
I basically just want to show you how to point these people out so you don't have them in your circle, so you don't have them on your team, so you don't look up to them, so you don't follow them, so you don't got them around your children, so you don't got them around your wife. That's not real family. It says, do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
Bring it out.
What kind of neighbor is that? What kind of brother is that?
Bring it out.
Yeah, bro, before I bring your car back, I'm going to put some gas in it. It's on E when I got to go to work in the morning. Got to take the babies to school. How we going to get there? You ain't leave no gas in the car. Read.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne.
Read.
And lay them on men's shoulders.
And do what?
And lay them on men's shoulders.
Read.
But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
This is not your real family. These are not the neighbors that Christ was talking about. It says, love your neighbors as you love yourself. Not to build yourself up on the back of your neighbor, because that's what they doing. And I want to remind y'all, these are spirits. Like, yes, let's talk about the Pharisees, scribes, Sadducees. Yes, we do have bad leadership in our movement. But this is their spirit. And these people are not your real family. I want to point them out so we can appreciate those that go out of their way to show you that they are your neighbor. Not when they doing this. Read.
But all their works they do for to be seen of men.
Do what?
They do for to be seen of men.
That's I mean, to be honest, that's the era we in right now in the world. Everybody got a camera.
That's right.
Help a homeless man, I'm going to film it. Give somebody a ride, I'm going to film it.
Bring it out.
Helped you with your rent money, I'm going to film it so the world know you owe me $500. It's to be seen of men. It's not genuine love. That's not of the comforter. Not going around spreading everybody's business around just so everybody know how great I am. That's not real family. It's not real neighbors.
Bring it out.
They don't move like that. Read.
They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments.
Once again, they want to be seen. They want to be seen. You know these people. They dress real flashy. They always talking. They always figure out a way to make the conversation about themselves. We all know that person. Everything is about them, how their life is going, what their plans are for them, their career goals. If you notice, a lot of these people do a lot of talking.
Bring it out.
They'll do a lot of listening. Read.
And love the uppermost rooms at feasts and the chief seats in the synagogue.
When you see somebody with that that star in their eyes just to be a star, just to be accepted, just to be famous, just idolatry.
Bring it out.
That's the spirit right there.
That's right. Teach.
These are not your real family. Because if they want to be idolized, that means they're not serving Christ.
That's right.
They want to be Christ.
Teach.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Read.
And greetings in the markets, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi.
They want to be called master. Like I said, they want to be Christ. You got to look out for these spirits, family. When you are putting people in your circle, when you are attaching people to your life, when you are bringing people into your homes and making time for people, they can't be these people. Because these people do not have your best interests at heart. They're only thinking about themselves. Even think about the first time you met these people. Why did y'all even run into each other? Pay attention to their conversation. What they talking about? Is it profitable?
Bring it out.
Give me St. John 8:2. Read that when you get there. All right?
St. John, chapter 8, verse 2.
Read.
And early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them.
He sat down and what?
And taught them.
Read.
And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst.
So we got Christ teaching the people, feeding them the word of the Lord. Pharisees coming to be messy, right? They taking a woman taken in adultery when they had set her in the midst. They bringing them to Christ for a woman that's been caught in the adultery to see how he gonna react. Read.
They say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act.
That's, you know how people add that little extra sauce on it to make it sound worse. she was caught in adultery in the very act. I saw her do it. I seen it with my own eyes, boss. That's you know, they what they call embellish. They're embellishing the story.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Adultery is adultery, bro. Whether you call it act or not, we can, you know, you got 2 or 3. Okay, read.
Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou?
You see how they throw that out there first? See, Moses would have stoned her, but what would you do, Christ? I'm just here to see what you would do. Is that your real family?
Bring it out.
You say you dealing with adultery. Say you dealing with idolatry. Say you dealing with your flesh, whatever sin, lasciviousness. Let's say you got a lot of malice in your heart, whatever that sin may be. Are these the type of people you want around you? That's trying to embarrass you? I mean, you need counseling, yes. But they trying to stone her. They trying to put her to death. Let's see what Christ said. Read this for me, y'all.
This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Christ stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, though he heard them not.
Read.
So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Boom.
Oh no.
Let me tell you something about people with these spirits, right? Most of the time, when they're trying to get you caught up for something, they doing the same thing. They doing it. Give me Romans 2:1 real quick, bro. We gonna audible this thing. Let's see what that say. Actually, make it shorter. 2:21. Romans 2:21. Because this is the spirit of these Pharisees. This is the spirit of these people. These are not the neighbors that the Lord was talking about. These are not your neighbors. Read.
Romans 2:21.
Read.
Thou therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself?
What? What? Huh? Thou therefore teaches another. So I'm going to bring you to be persecuted. I'm already grabbing rocks on the way over here because I'm preparing for stoning time. But I'm doing the same thing when I go to the crib. Read.
Thou that preachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal?
Come on, bro. Are these the people? Do you think these the neighbors the Lord was talking about? Now I got a better question. How many of these people look like you?
Bring it out.
That mean they can't be your neighbor either. That's why I pointed out neighbor ain't got no skin tone to it. Neighbor ain't got no color on it.
Teach.
Because I know some people right now that look like me that do this. Come on, man. Let's go back. We at John 8. Let's start at verse 8.
Book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 8.
Read.
And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground.
Read.
And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience.
So if you were going to be convicted by your own conscience, why would you bring this woman and try to embarrass her like this?
Bring it out.
Are these the leaders and big brothers and uncles that you want around your family like this? Who can't wait to expose you for something that they doing themselves?
Bring it out.
Is that your real family? Does that sound like the comforter? You think these the neighbors that the Lord was talking about?
Bring it out.
See, because we ask this question about neighbors, like, man, who is my neighbor? Who is my neighbor? It's not the people you think. Read.
And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience,
Read.
went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last.
Read.
And Christ was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst.
Read.
When Christ had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee?
Has no man condemned you? No, because they can't cast no stone. They might as well stone theyself. Man, being a neighbor, that's a spirit, bro. Do you got my back or not?
Bring it out.
Color ain't got nothing to do with that. We either fam or we not. You either got the spirit of the comforter or you don't. Does this sound comforting to you? Waiting on your downfall, does that sound comforting? Because that's what some of our brothers do. They look like us.
Bring it out.
Are they neighbors? Read.
She said, No man, Lord. And Christ said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Why don't we have more of that comforter spirit, that Christ-like spirit? When it comes to this the person I want around.
That's right.
Say, bro, get it together. That's all Christ said.
Yeah.
Get it together. You know what needs to be done. Go do it. But is that your neighbor? Because Christ treated her with grace, treated her with compassion, but he kept it real. Sin no more. Let this be the last time. He didn't try to embarrass her. He actually protected her from the embarrassment.
That's right.
That's a father-like, ain't it? That's fatherly, isn't it? Let me cover you right quick. Because that's what he did. Read.
Then spake Christ again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness,
Read.
but shall have the light of life.
Shall have the what?
The light of life.
That's what the spirit of the comforter brings.
Teach.
When you are around, there should be light with you.
That's right.
You should be a walking torch,
Bring it out.
setting stuff on fire abroad. Soon as they see you coming, they know everybody just starts smiling. Because they know you coming with good energy. They know you coming with passion. They know you coming with the spirit of a comforter. They know that. They can feel it. And that's how Christ moved. And those are your neighbors.
Teach.
St. Mark chapter 9 and verse 35. I love these examples, man. And if you ever notice, a neighbor is just someone that what? Lives close by. Where's your family usually at? Close by.
That's right.
When you need them. Next door even. Across the street even. Neighbors. Read this for me out.
Book of St. Mark, chapter 9, verse 35.
Read.
And he sat down and called the 12 and said unto them, if any man desire to be first, the same shall be last of all and servant of all.
Read.
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said unto them, whosoever shall receive one of such children in my name, receiveth me.
Read.
And whosoever shall receive me, receiveth not me, but him that sent me.
Read.
And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us. And we forbade him, because he followeth not us.
Now, does that make sense? John said, now I'm just repeating this. I ain't write this. We saw one casting out devils in your name, but he wasn't following us, so we stopped him. He doing the same thing you doing.
Bring it out.
Do y'all get what I'm saying? When you got real family, when you got real neighbors and people that's looking out for you, they're going to encourage this type of behavior. They're going to push you for excellence, push you to greatness. They're not going to try to stunt your growth because you're not growing like them. They grow apples over here. I don't want to grow apples. I want to grow pears.
Teach.
But we both growing, ain't we?
Teach.
We both bearing fruit, aren't we? But since I'm not an apple tree, you want to cut my limbs off. Read.
But Christ said, forbid him not. For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me.
Read.
For he that is not against us is on our part.
Now, if I can get the nation to see this collectively, we will be doing a lot better.
Teach.
It says, for he that is not against us is on our part. But we so nitpicky with everything that we be talking about it and don't be talking about nothing.
Teach.
Absolutely nothing. We be talking about the physical, bro.
Bro.
Man, your fringes are only 2 inches. Bro, what? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? I don't see the ribbon of blue and where's your beard at, brother? Look at all these tattoos on you. You've committed sin already. Look at that bald head. We're looking at the physical, bro. Are you my neighbor or not?
Bring it out.
Do you have the spirit of the comforter or not? Because if we're not against one another, we on the same team. But it's the spirit of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, man. They have a competitive spirit to where they just want to win a battle. No matter if they win the war, they just want to win a battle. That's all it is on the street, arguing over scriptures, saying what it means and what it don't mean and how it's supposed to be interpreted and how it's not supposed to be interpreted. And we got better knowledge than you and God got... Bro, stop it. Get help. We are supposed to be neighbors.
That's right.
We're supposed to be real family. We're trying to build a nation here. But since I'm not doing it your way, under your leadership, under your guidance, I'm following Christ, you got a problem with that. You want to forbade me. Was that it on that, brother?
No.
Read on for me out.
For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Christ, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.
Come drink this water, brother. Come drink the water. It's for everybody. Read.
And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believeth in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were cast into the sea.
It's better for you to drown to death, brother. Just hook a rock to your neck and never see you again. A real family possesses the spirit of the comforter. We're supposed to comfort one another.
That's right.
What I'm showing y'all is this is the spirit of those that do not comfort. They're not comforting you. They're trying to show you do it my way or the highway. That's not Christ-like. Christ say he's the way.
That's right.
So if I'm following him, I ain't got to worry about what you doing.
That's right.
He's the way, the truth, and the life. But as you can see, the Pharisees, Sadducees, and the scribes, and they want you to do it their way. And I use those names, but that could be your uncle, auntie, cousin, best friend, homie.
Bring it out.
You know what I mean? Day one, as they call them. St. John 14 and 17. Read this for me, y'all.
St. John 14 and 17.
Read.
Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive.
Read.
Because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you.
Read.
I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you.
Do y'all understand this? When you got Christ in you, you gotta let him be. You gotta let that light shine. Because if you don't, you will be overcome by darkness. Which means you are no longer a neighbor. We can't be family like that. We're not supposed to be with the unfruitful works of darkness.
Teach.
You see how he put all that together? Unfruitful works of darkness. It's like a triple entendre. Read.
Yet a little while, and the world seeth me no more. But ye see me.
Read.
Because I live, ye shall live also.
Read.
At that day, ye shall know that I am in the Father, and ye in me,
Read.
and I in you. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
Read.
And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father.
Read.
And I will love him, and will manifest myself to him.
This is the spirit of a comforter. Y'all see how caring he is? He's saying, I ain't going to be here, but I'm going to be in you. I got your back. Whatever you need.
That's right.
I'm going to be in the Father, and you going to be in me. And when you need me, I'm going to manifest myself to you. We're supposed to treat each other as such. How many people really don't have, like, real family?
Teach.
How many people don't really have good neighbors, solid neighbors? Somebody that really, when they see something, they're going to holler at you. And we really missing this in the nation. Like, it's a lot of people walking around like they can't be friends with nobody.
Teach.
Bring it out.
Like, I don't know you. We're not from the same camp. Y'all do this, we do that. No, brother, we neighbors.
That's right.
And I'm supposed to comfort you when you need me.
That's right.
I don't care what color you got on. I don't care if you got a general or if you got a deacon. Whatever you got, we neighbors, bro. We supposed to be building a family.
That's right.
But we can't build that family with the spirit that brothers got on them. Wanting to one up their brother. Wanting to one up their sister.
Bring it out.
Just like the Pharisees trying to embarrass the sister for adultery.
Bring it out.
Same thing. We do the same thing in this time.
Teach that.
Because we want to make somebody else look bad to make us look better.
Crazy.
Instead of just doing better. Why can't we come together and be better instead of having to tear each other down in order to be better?
Bring it out.
We're going to get to some laws in a minute, though. You're going to see what I'm talking about. St. Luke 10 and 33.
Teach.
Read this for me out.
St. Luke 10 and 33.
Read.
But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was. And when he saw him, he had compassion on him.
So it says when he saw him, he had compassion on him. What happened to the priest and the Levite? They saw him and was like, man, sucks to suck. Read.
And went to him and bound him up his wounds, pouring in oil and wine.
This is the spirit of a comforter. I saw you in your time of need. I had compassion. And then I bound up your wounds. Your wounds could be anything, bro. I'm not just talking about a nick and you need some Neosporin. I'm talking about you got wounds. Cut to the flesh. You're in a deep pit. You got a lot going on. I'm bounding up your wounds. Say, brother, you need counseling. Bounding up your wounds. Pouring in oil and wine. I got to nurse you back to health with Christ.
Bring it out.
Because who's going to comfort you better than the Most High and His Son? He just said, I'm in the Lord and you're in me. And when you need me, I'm going to manifest myself to you. What do you think this is?
Teach.
I sent somebody right to you. And it wasn't the person you thought it was going to be. It wasn't. It was your true neighbor. It was your real family. I sent you out. I literally got you in this position to show you that who you think going to be by your side, not going to be by your side. How much you want to bet when he seen the priest and the Levite pass him, he lost all hope? If they don't help me, ain't nobody about to help me.
Bring it out.
Samaritan pull up. You're not even dealing with the Samaritans right now. But guess what? He the one that bounded up your wounds.
Teach.
He the one that gave you that oil and that wine. Read.
And set him on his own beast, and brought him to an inn, and took care of him.
And did what?
And took care of him.
Now, why is that so hard for the priest and the Levite?
Bring it out.
Real family possess the spirit of the comforter. They'll leave you out there to dry, bro. This is why I said there is no color when it comes to your neighbor.
Teach.
No be on the side of the road. Got a flat.
That's right.
Right?
Make it make sense.
Right? You done called your cousin sleep. He ain't answering the phone. Who pulled over to help you with that flat tire? Todd. With the 3500 diesel with the welding machine on the back of it.
Bring it out.
Come on now.
Had you back on the road in 15 minutes. Or you gonna tell him he the devil? Or is this not the time for that?
Make it make sense.
Hey, bro, let me know. Read.
And on the morrow when he departed, he took out 2 pence and gave them to the host, and said unto him, take care of him, and whatsoever thou spendest more, when I come again, I will repay thee.
Man, take care of him. I gotta go on the run real quick. But here goes some bread. Whatever he spent extra, I'll come back and finish the tab. But make sure he's straight. Make sure he's straight. This is what the real family is all about. This is a real neighbor. It's about your actions, bro. I don't care what you got on, bro. Hey, I don't care. I do not care what you are wearing. If your spirit is trash, we fam or not? You my neighbor or not? We really just gotta break free of that mindset, bro.
Bring it out.
Please. Please. More people pass you on the side of the road that look like you than that don't look like you. Man, that sucks. Glad that ain't me. You know what I mean? You the priest and the Levite. You pass by on the other side.
Teach.
Man, he must didn't have a jack. You know what I mean? We come up with everything. We do everything but help. You know what I'm saying? We do everything but stop. We do everything but show our neighbor that love. We do everything. We'll make jokes about it. We'll joke all the way to the crib about how somebody else was stuck on the side of the road until it's you. Now it ain't funny. Read on for me, out.
Which now of these three thinkest thou was neighbor of him that fell among the thieves?
Which one you think was your neighbor? The priest, the Levite, or the Samaritan? Just think about who had the longest story. The priest won scripture. The Levite won scripture. The Samaritan was the rest of the. But I want y'all to really see, like, that's what your real family is. That's what your neighbor is. We have to get that spirit back of being neighbors. Stop telling people you hate them. You don't hate them. That's not hate. You hate them one day out the week. And then you go to work and you don't even worry about this until you put that garment back on. Give me St. Matthew's 25 and 33. So, yes, sir. Read that for me, out.
St. Matthew 25 and 33.
Read.
And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left.
Read.
Then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom, prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
Read.
For I was an hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink.
Read.
I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
This is exactly what the Samaritan did. I seen you was hungry, bro. I gave you something to eat.
Teach.
I seen you was thirsty. Here's this bottle of water.
Teach.
What else you need? I'm here for it. It said I was a stranger and you took me in. I don't even know you, fam. But guess what? We neighbors. That trumps all that other stuff. We neighbors. Read.
Naked and ye clothed me. I was sick and ye visited me. I was in prison and ye came unto me.
We can't get that physical image of stuff out of our head, so we can't really understand what he's talking about. I was naked and you clothed me. I was outside, I was exposed. Everybody could see me. But you gave me that covering. You let me dwell in your tabernacle.
Teach.
Read.
Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee?
They're like, Lord, what are you talking about? We ain't never seen you hungry or thirsty. What are you talking about? Read.
Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee?
Read.
And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
So when that Samaritan pulled up on my brother coming from Jericho, he was doing that for Christ. He was being a real neighbor. He was being real family. But that priest and that Levite, man, they seen him hungry and didn't do nothing. They probably was eating when they was passing. Didn't give him no water. They seen him naked and they left him out there naked. So if they'll do that to him, read.
Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
Hey, y'all, I want y'all to see the difference in these spirits, man. What spirit you want by your side? You want the one that see you hungry, gonna give you some food? Or the one that's just gonna cross over to the other side of the street and go on about his business? Read.
For I was an hunger, and ye gave me no meat.
Man.
I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink.
Read.
I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not.
Read.
Then shall they answer also him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee in hunger, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee?
What are you talking about? When did we not do these things? Read.
Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not unto me.
Man. Because in your mind, you think you going to recognize the Lord when he walk through the door and you just going to change. No. You have to be like this every single day.
That's right.
You have to be a neighbor every day.
That's right.
You got to be real family and with the spirit of a comforter every day. So it's second nature. You can't catch me off of my game because this is the game. This is what I do.
Teach.
You can't catch me slipping because I don't fall. This is I walk in this.
That's right.
I talk in this. This is what I do. I'm a neighbor. I show love.
That's right.
I'm going to feed you. I'm going to give you water. This is what I do every day. So it's not no I can pick and choose who I'm going to help and who I'm not going to help. No, this is everyday business. Give me Deuteronomy 15:7. Let's see how we're supposed to help our neighbors, bro. Let's go back to the law. Talking about that year release. Let's see what we're supposed to do. Let's see if this is not a comforting spirit that was already embedded in the law of our heritage. Read.
Deuteronomy 15:7.
Read.
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates, in thy land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thy heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
Read.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his seed, in that which he wanted. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand. But thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou givest him not, and he cry unto the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee.
Bro, it's a sin not to be a neighbor. Bro, he said, I gave you the land, so help your brother out. If he need it, give him what he want. Because I'm already supplying you. You know I ain't going to never let you down. You know you ain't got nothing to worry about. Food, water, raiment. You ain't got to worry about it. Help your brother in need. Read.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him.
Man, he's saying you gotta be in the right spirit when you do it. You can't even do it with malice. Do it with that evil eye out here and there, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple pears and apples for you, bro. I mean, read.
Because that for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thine hand unto.
Man.
For the poor shall never cease out of the land.
Bro, the poor ain't going nowhere. What people you know that don't have poor people? I'll wait. Why do you think there's a law specifically for helping the poor? I'll wait. Read.
Therefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother.
Read.
To thy poor, and to thy needy in the land. And if thy brother, an Hebrew man, or an Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free from thee. And when thou sendest him out free from thee, thou shalt not let him go away empty.
Bro, you can't even just let him leave. Nah, he's saying when he get done serving you, hook him up.
That's right.
Ain't it crazy how the Bible talk about like a Hebrew brother serving another Hebrew brother? It's another day, bro. Read on for me up.
Thou shalt furnish him liberally out of thy flock, and out of thy floor, and out of thy winepress. Of that therewith the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, thou shalt give unto him.
Have you noticed that the Lord keeps saying, I'm blessing you in everything that you touch, so bless him? That's your neighborly duty. If I'm blessing you, bless somebody else.
Teach.
Because you can't do, when I'm blessing you, you can't handle all the stuff that I'm giving you. Give it to somebody who need it. Man, if we just had that spirit, we'll be miles ahead. But we got two sides of that. We got the people that are showing very good neighborly love on a daily basis and are being blessed and sharing that blessing with others, but they reject it. Then you got those that are being blessed and don't ever even think to help their brothers and sisters.
Bring it out.
Read.
And thou shalt remember that thou was a bondman in the land of Egypt.
Man.
And the Lord thy God redeemed thee. Therefore I command thee this thing today. And it shall be, if he say unto thee, I will not go away from thee, because he loveth thee in thine house, because he is well with thee.
He loved serving here because it was good. So do you think if he loved it there, that he was getting beat with like whips and chains and stuff? Man, Deuteronomy 23 and 24.
Deuteronomy 23 and 24.
Read.
When thou comest into thy neighbor's vineyard,
Read.
then thou mayest eat grapes, thy field at thine own pleasure. But thou shalt not put any in thine vessel.
We do not have this spirit no more, man. Somebody catch you in that yard, they gonna put a bullet in your chest, man.
Bring it out.
Man, you can't be walking around nobody great vineyard just picking up grapes. Yeah, man. Neighbor's grapes, man. But look at the spirit we supposed to be in. You growing food, you know you got it in abundance. Who cares a couple people come by and glean some grapes? But he said don't put nothing in the vessel. But if you there, take a couple bites, you hungry, get your little snack. Read.
When thou comest in the standing corn of thy neighbor, then thou mayest pluck the ears with thine hand, but thou shalt not move a sickle unto thy neighbor's standing corn.
Y'all see the spirit of the neighbors though? See the spirit, that open door policy?
Bring it out.
What you need? I got you. What you need? I got you. Because one thing I know about the Lord, and this is just me personally, when he blessing you and you blessing somebody else, you already know you're going to be good. Even in your times of trouble, when you believe on the Most High and his Son, don't he always come through? Knowing you only got that last couple dollars that you got before you get that next check, which means you got to go 2 days eating noodles or something. But you know, at the end of the day, the Lord always got you. Because you could be on the street. Give me... Was I supposed to switch those or others? Sirach 29 and 1. This is a good chapter about your neighbor as well. We ain't gonna read all of it, but it's a great one. Give me Sirach chapter 29 and verse 1.
The book Ecclesiastes, chapter 29. He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor.
What? Read it again.
He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor.
Read.
And he that strengtheneth his neighbor's hand keepeth the commandments.
Wait. Hey, start from the top. Start from the top.
He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor.
Read.
And he that strengtheneth his neighbor keepeth the commandments.
That's our job.
Teach.
That is our job. Real family, your neighbor, possess the spirit of the comforter. Don't that sound like a comforter? I'm merciful. I'm going to lend to my neighbor. And he that strengthened his hand, the hand of his neighbor, you keep the commandments.
That's right.
Well, weren't we just talking about that? If you keeping the commandments, you are in the Father's love. Come on, man. Read on for me out.
Lend to thy neighbor in the time of his need.
Man, we've been saying this all night. Read.
And pay thou thy neighbor again in due season.
Man, let's deal with our neighbors righteously. Handle business with your neighbor, man. We neighbors. Like I said, spiritually, we neighbors. Physically, you can be neighbors, but spiritually, we neighbors. That just means we coincide. We serve the same God. We on the same page. Read.
Keep thy word and deal faithfully with him.
Read.
And thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee.
Isn't that crazy? Like, have y'all ever noticed, especially in the body, when you kind of let the body know what you need or what you're looking for? Maybe a couple brothers, not everybody. You know what I mean? That they might find a better deal for you than you was finding.
Bring it out.
When you start letting your family in, your neighbor in on your plan, have you noticed that that plan can increase?
Teach.
That because now you got, instead of just you working on it, you got 7, 8, 9 other minds working on that same task. It ain't got to be much time. Hey, I seen this deal on your tool that you was looking for. Hey, I found a job for you. Somebody was talking about it. I knew somebody. Y'all see how that work? That's what neighbors are for. Read.
Many, when a thing was lent them, reckoned it to be found, and put them to trouble that helped them.
Read.
Till he hath received, he will kiss a man's hand, and for his neighbor's money he will speak submissively. But when he should repay, he will prolong the time, and return words of grief, and complain of the time.
Man, let me tell you something. We need more of this spirit of being a neighbor, because that's what your real family is. Y'all seen how you supposed to treat the neighbor in that year of release? Whatever he needs, you're supposed to give it to him. After he get done serving you, you're supposed to set him up for life. Give him some property, give him some cows, some wine press, give him whatever he needs, so that he never has to come and serve you again.
Thanks.
But we so used to the society that they want to make sure that we're constantly serving them, so they always give us a little bit, but not enough. We're not supposed to do that to each other. St. John 14:22, man. We're going to end it on this. Gonna get out of here, family. Spirit of the comforter. What a real neighbor is like. How we supposed to move as family. Do we really even care about each other like that? Are we spiritually neighbors? Or you want the Pharisees to be your neighbor? They gonna rat on you as soon as they get a chance. Read.
St. John 14:22.
Read.
Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us and not unto the world?
Good question, Judas. Read.
Christ answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him.
Read.
He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me.
Do y'all understand when he manifesting himself to you, that's your conscience, good and bad. He said, when you hear my words, we're going to come unto you. We're going to give you whatever you asking for, because you following what we telling you to do. But when you get outside of those parameters, you're not even listening to us no more. You listening to yourself. Read.
These things have I spoken unto you, being present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Ghost.
Which is the what?
Which is the Holy Ghost,
All of this is your neighbor, your real family, they got the Holy Ghost.
Jeez.
And they moving as such. Read.
Whom the Father will send in my name. He shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you.
Read.
Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you.
Read.
Not as the world giveth, give I unto you.
I don't know if y'all living in the same world that I'm living in, but ain't no peace here. None. So Christ had to give us he had to give us the peace because we weren't going to find it where we was at.
Teach.
You think Babylon was peaceful?
Bring it out.
What about the Persians and Medes? You think it was peaceful back then? Think they was having a good time? What about in Egypt? You think they was having a good, peaceful time? Christ is our peace, bro.
That's right.
Read.
Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid.
Read.
Ye have heard how I said unto you, I go away and come again unto you. If ye love me, ye will rejoice, because I said, I go unto the Father. For my Father is greater than I.
Read.
And now I have told you before in time, and now I have told you before it come to pass.
Right.
That when it is come to pass, ye might believe.
You might believe this is a real thing. That I really got your back.
Teach.
Y'all seeing how the Lord cut for us when we cut for him? That's how we supposed to treat our brothers and sisters. Mothers, aunties, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers. This is your neighbors. This is your family. This is the spirit of the Comforter. And the Lord will, y'all understand what I was, picking up what I was putting down. I really just wanted to get my family to understand, like, there's a difference in spirits. Please pay attention to who you got in your circle. Please pay attention to who you telling your business to, who you letting in your house, who you allowing to show comfort unto you when they don't have the right intentions. But your neighbors, your spiritual neighbors, they got your back.
That's right.
Because we all following Christ.
That's right.
On that note, I say shalom.